Hey there, Coxie here, and welcome to this very important video on Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a web page, CoinMarketCap, which basically has everything on Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. The prices, what they are, the links to their own websites, so you can see what the technology is, all that kind of stuff, all the numbers and everything. I'm going to take you there, and I'm going to share with you the last 4 years of what's been happening and why you have heard about Bitcoin, why you haven't heard about Bitcoin, what's happening in the background, all that kind of stuff. So let's go to the web page and I'll explain what I mean. All right, so here we are on CoinMarketCap. So if we look at the top here, you'll see cryptocurrencies. At the time of this video, there are 8,861 cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. Markets, there are 36,644 where you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Market cap, there's 1.8 billion trillion dollars, not billion, trillion. 1,807,027,941,113 has been put into cryptocurrencies, all those cryptocurrencies listed. And they get the market cap by saying, okay, what's the value of each coin and how many coins are out there do people own? So it's the value times how many there are equals how much basically is money is put into cryptocurrencies or crypto. Then you have the 24-hour volume, and that's 140 billion. $140 billion. That's how much money has been put in and out, buying and selling all the cryptocurrencies in the last 24 hours. $140 billion has been in and out of all the cryptocurrencies in the last just 24 hours. It's massive. The dominance, Bitcoin, BTC is Bitcoin, it's 61%. So out of all the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin owns 61% of all of those 8,000. And we don't need the other information. So if I just scroll down so we can see this chart a bit better, this is the total market capitalization, right? So you'll see here, it starts in about, what's this, 2016, this graph starts, and it shows the market cap as well as the 24-hour volume. So back in 2016, when almost no one really had heard of Bitcoin, the market cap was still $12.5 billion. So there was still $12.5 billion invested into cryptocurrencies, mainly Bitcoin. And the 24-hour volume of buying and selling is $86 million, right? Fast forward to the second half of 2017. Now, you'll probably recall the second half of 2017, Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies were going crazy, going through the roof. And you saw all these posts from everyone, oh, you know, Bitcoin, and I'm going to buy a Lambo and all this stuff. People thought they were experts because they've put some money in and it's just skyrocketing, but they've done nothing really. They've taken a chance and their $100 has turned into $100,000 or $1,000 has turned into $1 million, right? In this period, millionaires and even billionaires were created out of this huge run of cryptocurrency, right? We saw ads everywhere. We saw scams everywhere. And this is one of the reasons why I'm making this video. Anytime there is easy money, or at least perceived easy money, and that's what the case was in 2017, Bitcoin was flying. It was easy money. You just put money in and it keeps going up. It seemed like it was never going to go down. And that's why we had all these experts coming out of the closet, you know, even changing their social media names to Mr. Bitcoin or Bitcoin Guru or Miss Bitcoin or all this crap, right? So we heard everyone change their name to Bitcoin and changing their profile images and so on. They thought they were the kings of the world and queens of the world, buying a Lambo because the price was just skyrocketing. But really, they were doing nothing, right? There was a bit of hope and luck there. So we had all that, and there were all sorts of ads and scams out there, and that's why I'm doing this video. So at the peak of it, let's try and get to the peak of it. It's about there anyway. It's about there. So what's this? On the 9th of January 2018, the coin market cap, right? All the money invested into cryptocurrencies was $714 billion, right? 714 billion. And the trading volume was 47 billion, right? So how much money has been put in and taken out? All the buys, all the sells in 24 hours is $47 billion. And this is when everyone was hearing everything about Bitcoin, right? So let's round the 47 up to 50. So let's say the 24-hour volume was 50 billion. And let's say the coin market cap was 700 billion, right? Round figures, right? From there, the market crashed big time, right? I'll take my mouse off, but you can see it really went down. And it hovered, it went up and down, but it really went down, and it stayed down for a long time here, even until here, before it really started to go back up again. Now, before it started to go up, so from basically January 2018 all the way to 19th of March 2020, it really went down, right? And we didn't really hear much about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, right? People weren't, all those gurus weren't screaming out, I'm buying a Lambo anymore, right? They went into hiding. All the ads got shut down. Facebook, all the social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, said no more crypto ads. This is earlier on. But we didn't hear people weren't posting all the crazy profits anymore, right? So what happened? What changed, right? But then, and I'll explain that very soon, but then from this period onwards, have a look at this. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. And by this point, so by January this year, January 2021, we've equaled, it's about the same level as the previous 2017. But we still weren't hearing a lot about Bitcoin, certainly not as much, right? Here, the coin market cap, 724 billion. It's about the same. The 24-hour volume is 233 billion. So that's, wasn't it 50 billion? Did we say? So that's, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 times. Was it 50 billion? Yeah, it's about 50 billion. So that's 5 times the amount of money going in and out in a 24-hour period. And then it's screaming up now. And here we are now. The coin market cap is $1.7 trillion. So it was 700 billion when everyone was hearing about it. We've added another trillion. It's 1.7 trillion now. And the 24-hour volume is 130, what's that? 1,000 million, 130 billion in 24 hours. So the amount of money in crypto, even 24-hour period, but even holdings, is astronomical compared to 2017, 2018. So why aren't we hearing as much now as we were back then? Let me share with you. Well, basically, this is what happened. In the second half of 2017, Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies were just going out of control. They were out of control, right? People were selling their house just to put money in Bitcoin because they thought it was going to keep going forever. So governments and financial institutions thought, hang on a second. Number one, we have to control this. It's out of control. And number two, we want a piece of it, right? They're run by all the rich people and, all that sort of stuff. So governments thought, hang on, people are becoming millionaires and billionaires. We're missing out on all this tax money, free money. And financial institutions thought, well, we're the bankers and things. We want to control this, and we want people to buy Bitcoin and things off us rather than privately. We're missing out big time. We saw the numbers, billions of dollars, hundreds of billions, right? So what they did was basically pour as much cold water onto the fire, the crypto fire that was burning out of control. They're pouring as much cold water as they could onto it. to instill fear into the regular people. They're calling it a scam. They're calling it a pyramid scheme. They're calling it a bubble. Oh my God, it's going to pop. I'm going to lose all my money. I better get out, right? They're saying it's bad. It's negative. It's, all these negative things. The big players, the financial institution owners and CEOs and all this, were tweeting and putting out all this negativity about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, that it's nothing, it's going to go down. So all the regular people basically took their money and sold, and the market crashed, right? And because the market crashed, everyone thought, well, yeah, they're right. It did go down. And now I'm not hearing anything about Bitcoin, because social media banned all the ads. So all the ads disappeared overnight. All the people, gurus saying, I'm Mr. Bitcoin or Sir Crypto and all this sort of rubbish, they started disappearing because suddenly this easy money was not easy money. It's going down. So what happened in that 2 or 3 year period from 2018, 19, 20, in that 3 year period? Well, governments started to find a way to regulate. And now if you buy Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, you have to put your bank details or your ID. You have to link you as a person into this unknown or hidden thing called cryptocurrency. So governments can trace you and how much Bitcoin you're buying or selling or transferring to and from your bank account. So they can tax you. So they're happy. Not completely, because you can get around it or a way around it, but they're happy enough. Financial institutions, they're happy because they crashed the market, and for the last 3 years, they've been pumping so much money into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. They've stocked up. They've got so much Bitcoin and cryptocurrency now that now the price goes up. The regular people are buying at the high price again, and the institutions and the rich people bought it at the low price because they scared everyone away so they could grab all the crypto at a cheaper price. That's what's happened. So, even just, I think it was last month, Elon Musk bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, right? They're still buying it, but that's what's been happening, right? The big players scared the small players, the everyday people, away so they could grab it all because they were missing out. The small players were actually cashing in, and they've just, it's just terrible. But even though the big rise is finishing, right? You can't buy it at a cent or $1 and it goes up to $20,000 anymore, right? There's still massive opportunity to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, right? I've made a video of that. The previous video was all about that. So if you want to watch that video, click the link and watch that video. This video is not about that. This video is about what happened in 2017, what happened when we didn't hear anything about Bitcoin the last 3 years, and what's happening now, right? And you saw the coin market cap and the 24-hour volume is so much bigger. The volume was 5 times bigger, I think, and the coin market cap is 3 times bigger or 4 times bigger than what it was in 17. And yet we're still not hearing much about Bitcoin because they've all scared everyone away. But now because this perceived easy money is here again, Bitcoin's on the up, it's rolling up. We're getting all these scams out again. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this video. Be careful, be wary. If you heard of these, I'm Mr. Crypto, Mr. Bitcoin, whatever, in 2017. If you didn't hear from them in 2018, 19, 20, get rid of them. You don't, then they just put money in and they rode the roller coaster. That's all they did. They're not Mr. Bitcoin, right? If you have heard of people from 2017 and 18, 19, and now talking about, but yeah, people who have gone through that lower period and still talked about Bitcoin, they know what they're doing. People who went into hiding and now they're coming out again. I'm not saying they're scammers, but I wouldn't trust them. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Go to CoinMarketCap. It's got so much information about cryptocurrencies, everything you could ever ask for. to learn, get educated, and there's still a massive opportunity in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, not just by buying and then holding and turning $100 into 100,000 or $1,000 into $1 million anymore. You could certainly make good money just by doing that. But trading is my thing. Trading is the massive opportunity here. But that's what's been happening. Hopefully you got something out of it. Leave a comment if you liked it or have any other questions about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, whatever. And I'll see you in another video.